Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I thought we'd have a little bit of fun here on the channel and basically take a look at the best paid player at every single Scottish Premiership club. So starting in alphabetical order, of course, going from Aberdeen, Celtic, all the way to the end, which is St Mirren. And yeah, I thought it was quite fun just to see what the difference is. But first, before we do get into the video, guys, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, as we do cover a lot of Scottish football content here on the channel. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Before we jump into the video though, guys, I just want to let you know that we're not counting loan players, as they are paid a lot more by their parent club. So we're just counting players that are currently contracted permanently to the said Premiership club. First on this list is Aberdeen captain and goalkeeper Joe Lewis, who is on £5,100 per week. Lewis joined Aberdeen back in 2016 and since then has played 225 appearances for the Dons. The 33-year-old signed this massive deal back in 2019 and will remain at the club on this contract until 2024. I understand that Scott Brown has just joined the club as a player/assistant manager, so will probably be the highest earner, but because the figures haven't been released and plus he is on an assistant manager's wage as well, I've decided to leave it just to players. With the departure of Scott Brown at the end of last season, it now means that Callum McGregor is the club's highest earner on a whopping £20,000 per week. Callum McGregor was brought through the club's youth academy and has been at the club ever since. He made his Celtic debut in 2014 following a year loan spell at Notts County. He has played 326 times for Celtic and has won 6 league titles, 4 Scottish Cups and 4 League Cups. McGregor signed this deal in 2018 and will be at Celtic until 2023. I have to remind you though that he is still 26 and was captaining in the side when Brown didn't play last season. So if appointed as club captain, he could go onto a similar contract to what Scott Brown was on should he sign a new deal. Moving on up to Dens Park, and the highest earner at Dundee is Charlie Adam, on £2,400 per week. Adam has been a lifelong Dundee fan and said it was a dream of his to play for the Dark Blues. Adam signed with Dundee last summer in the twilight years of his career and has helped his side to promotion through the playoffs. He still has one more year left on his deal and this will probably be his last season as a football player. Moving across the road to Tannadice, and Dundee United's highest earner is Lawrence Shankland on £3,500 per week. Shankland joined United whilst they were in the Championship from Ayr and helped the club win the title and gain promotion to the Premiership in his first campaign. This season the 25-year-old has only managed to score 8 goals from 32 Premiership matches, and Shankland still has 1 year left to run on his current deal at the Tangerines. Moving down to the capital, and after Stephen Naismith's retirement, it now means that Craig Gordon is Hearts' highest earner on £4,400 per week. Gordon joined Hearts last summer whilst they were in the second tier on a 2-year deal and helped them win the title and gain promotion back to Scotland's top tier. The 38-year-old will look to impress on his return to the Premiership and secure another contract at the Jambos. Hibernian's highest paid player is Matt Macy, who is on £4,900 per week. Macy joined Hibs in January from Arsenal and has since then made 8 appearances. With the departure of Marciano, it looks like he will undoubtedly be Hibs' #1 goalkeeper, and the wage that he is on must be some investment for the Edinburgh side, as he is the club's highest earner by some way, as Joe Newell is on £4,100 per week. F.A. Ambrose last season was Livingston's highest earner, and now that he has left the club, it is Marvin Bartley who takes the top spot on £1,900 per week. At the age of 35, Bartley has played at a host of different clubs across England and Scotland. Now in his twilight years, he is Livingston's highest earner. Last season he made 41 appearances, and this upcoming season may be his last as a player, as he is currently coaching Livingston's reserves whilst he's not playing. O'Hara is currently the highest earner at Motherwell on £1,900 per week, but the signing of Liam Kelly will likely surpass this and make him the highest earner. Kelly spent last season on loan at the Steelmen and was being paid £7,000 per week by his parent club, QPR. He made 21 appearances for Motherwell and also won their Players' Player of the Year. And this summer has now just joined the club on a 3-year deal. However, his wages weren't revealed, and I can't see him taking a £5,000 per week pay cut to join Motherwell, so he must be getting the biggest paycheck. Moving to the champions, Rangers, and the highest earner at the club and also the best paid player in the division is Alfredo Morelos. Brought in for £1 million back in 2017 from Finnish side HJK, Morelos has become a fan favourite at Rangers, scoring 94 goals in 182 games, whilst also becoming Rangers' highest ever European goal scorer, surpassing Ali McCoy's. Since joining the club, Morelos has been linked with a move away, and back in 2019, the club gave him a huge deal that sees him earn £33,000 per week. Moving on up to the Highlands, to Dingwall, and Ross County's highest earner is Englishman Jordan Tilson on £1,250 per week. Tilson spent the majority of his career playing at Exeter City before moving to Ross County in January 2020, and over his 2 seasons he has made 44 appearances for Ross County and helping the club stay in the division on both occasions. Last season, St Johnstone won a historic double, winning the Scottish Cup and Scottish League Cup. An instrumental player in that triumph, and also St Johnstone's highest earner, is Xander Clark on £1,750 per week. Xander Clark is Glasgow born and joined the Perth side at academy level, and was brought up through the ranks, making a few loan spells as well. Since then he has cemented his place as the number 1 and made 169 appearances for the club. The last player on this list, and also the lowest weekly wage out of the list, is Joe Shaughnessy on £850 per week. Shaughnessy is St Mirren's highest earner at the club, which compared to other teams looks very low. This is because at the end of last season, players who were on a higher wage have now left the club, like Jonathan Obika and Sam Foley. The Irishman joined St Mirren last summer and is contracted to the club until 2023. So there you go guys, that is the video on the best paid player every single club in the Scottish Premiership. I hope this video has kind of gave you an insight as to what players are paid at each individual club throughout the Premiership. And whilst researching, I must say, I knew there was a massive financial divide between, well, from Rangers and Celtic and the rest of the clubs in the division. But what I wasn't aware of, there was a massive financial divide between sort of Hearts, Hibs and Aberdeen and the rest of the teams at the lower ends of the division. For some reason it just didn't click until I did the research. You know, a player can go from St Mirren and then go to Hearts and have their wages doubled or even trebled, whereas I didn't think it was that like that manic at that level. I knew there was a massive step up to Rangers and Celtic, but I just didn't know it was the step up between the smaller clubs like St Mirren and Hearts and Hibs, which is pretty cool. As well, doing the research, you know, Rangers' highest earner and the league's highest earner, Morelos, is on £33,000 per week, but I was looking as well, that's nothing really compared to the whole football landscape. If you look down south into the Premier League, I think last season's relegated side Sheffield United, I think Ollie McBurney was on around £40,000 per week. So he was on more than Alfredo Morelos, and he was playing for like a relegation language side. He ended up getting relegated as well, and he's probably still on that now in the Championship, which I found so bizarre. But it just shows how much money has impacted the game, whether it's domestically in this division or down south on the European landscape. But guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Please do smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more Scottish football content, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, look after yourselves, peace.